What's up, guys? Just Childish here. Welcome to something completely new that I haven't really done before. We're actually going to be doing the nominees of the Game Awards. Yes, the Game Awards is just around the corner. It's coming out December 12th. And why not we start voting with, yours truly. I've never done one of these before, so I decided why not try something different. If you guys do enjoy the video, consider hitting that thumbs up, subscribe if you guys are new. Let's get right into the nominees. First off, Game of the Year. This is where all the marbles happen. And this is the most controversial I've heard. And to be honest with you, when I'm looking at it, I can honestly see why. First up, we got Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Earth Tree, Final Fantasy, and Metaphor. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, there's literally two games that's catching me off guard. Elden Ring and Balatro. I think I said the right Balatro. But the reason why those two are like blowing my mind is for one, Elden Ring is a DLC. The Shadow Earth Tree is a DLC. And I feel like DLCs should have their own categories, like best DLC or best expansion. They shouldn't take a whole slot, especially for Game of the Year when Elden Ring already won it. Like Elden Ring was its own base game, and it won that. Shadow of the Earth Tree, it's not a separate game. It's just an expansion on that game. So instead of taking a slot, it should have been like another category for best DLC or best expansion. Because now it just took up a few slots. It just took up Stellar Blade and Persona 3. I don't want to say too much about Bellatro. I just say it throws me off because it's a poker game. I don't know why a poker game is more exhilarating or more noticeable than Stellar Blade and Persona 3 combined. With, like I said, it blows my mind. I think the only reason why I think Persona 3 isn't on here is Metaphor. Metaphor literally takes that spot completely. So that's mostly the reason why. But Stellar Blade deserves to be on the spot. Everything else on this list seems pretty valuable. Astrobot went crazy. I've heard a lot of good things. I have nothing but good things about Astrobot. Black Myth Wukong, if you guys seen my stream, you already know I said I was into this game a lot. Final Fantasy, I'm not gonna say I've never touched Final Fantasy before, but I never got into Final Fantasy as much as everyone else has. Metaphor, I love the Persona series, but I cannot sit down and play those games because you have to sit down and only play that game for a very long time. I feel like if I play 2 hours of Metaphor, I feel like I'm wasting my time because I feel like I have to play that game for like at least 4 to 5 hours, and then consider like, okay, I'm good for today, and then go to something else. I can't really do that. I get pretty anxious and I get pretty bored. And I'm like I can't do it. So easy enough. I'm gonna go with Black Myth Wukong. What do I think is going to win? If I'm gonna go crazy, I'm gonna say either Metaphor or Final Fantasy. These two are gonna be like head to head in my opinion. Mine is definitely gonna be Black Myth Wukong for sure. Next, best game direction. Again, same option. Best game direction. Award for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Ooh, I'm gonna give it a Metaphor. Metaphor looks beautiful, man. Metaphor is like no doubt the most best visually game I've seen. I'll say I'll definitely want to say Final Fantasy, but Metaphor caught me. Metaphor definitely caught me on visually and how different design it takes. Because there's always something new, like different worlds, different enemies, different people, and there's always different designs, and I love how it looks. Final Fantasy, I feel like I've been used to it. I feel like I've been used to it for so long. I feel like I like Metaphor way more when it comes to game direction for sure. Best narrative, Final Fantasy, best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Damn, I know Final Fantasy story is pretty crazy. I understand it. Never got into Like a Dragon. I never got into the Yakuza games. I probably will. They actually look really fun. Metaphor, I understand the story a little bit, but not too in depth into the story to make my own opinion. Hellblade, I got into the first one, but I never seen anything about the second one. Mostly because it's only on Xbox. So if it was on PlayStation, I'll definitely like try it out and see how the story is. But again, I have not heard anything about this. I forgot this game released. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I forgot this game released. So I'm gonna give it a Silent Hill 2 because I know that the most, and I really do love the story. I love watching videos. I love watching theories. I love watching the breakdowns and all that stuff. I love Silent Hill 2. So best narrative, Silent Hill 2. Best art direction, Metaphor. Easy, simple. No, yeah, Metaphor. I already said it before. Best score and music. This is kind of tough. Best score and music. For outstanding music, inclusive of score, original sound, original song, and or a licensed soundtrack. Final Fantasy. That hands down. That is either going to be Final Fantasy or Stellar Blade. I'm going to say Final Fantasy. Best audio design. Ooh. Black Ops 6 Black Ops 6 has audio issues. There's no reason to put this in here. Like they have audio issues. Every Call of Duty has audio issues somehow, so I'm not even gonna like debate about that. I might give it a Final Fantasy again, cause I never play Silent Hill, but Silent Hill is literally silent. Is it not? Like it's pretty silent. Every time I watch gameplay, it's always a silent playthrough. It's never really a boom, 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 boom. You know, it's never really that. So Final Fantasy is probably gonna win that again. Best performance award to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and or performance captured. We got Brianna White. Let's see. I wish they could tell us who they are. Like who are they like played as? You know. Like, are these like the main characters? I'm guessing the main characters. I'm guessing. Yeah, these are main characters because these two are the main characters of the games. Yeah, she is also. Oh, I'm gonna give him to Milena. Because Hellblade 2 is an atrocious game when it comes to like visually and mentally. Like they're trying to mess you up. Like she's trying to mess you up mentally, and Milena plays it perfectly, like trying to master her sanity and trying to control like the voice in her head and trying to control the force. She takes that energy. She takes the energy so well for me. I'll definitely give it to Milena. Innovated in accessibility. I might skip this one because I honestly could not tell you. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushed in the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help gamers be played and enjoyed by even wider audience. I really don't know. I really might skip this one because I don't know too much about how accessible is Diablo 4. I don't know how accessible Diablo is. I really don't know. Dragon Age, I don't know. Prince of Persia, it's a single player game. You can be accessible as much as you want. And Star Wars Outlaws flopped, so I don't really know how accessible you're gonna be with the community that's dead. So I don't really know. So I might give it a Call of Duty. I'll give it a Call of Duty. Games for impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning of message. Oh. Life is Strange. Best ongoing. Award to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. This one is I'm gonna give it a Fortnite. This is literally like a no. Is either gonna be Fortnite or Final Fantasy. I feel like it's gonna be Fortnite for sure. This game has been going on for since I've been in high school. Ever since I've been in high school. Like this game has been alive for way too long. It is still going. And the thing is, Fortnite is better than they ever been. They have too much content. They have so many brand deals. They have so many they have too many collaborations that they can't fall off. They can't fall off. They have everyone that you love just in the game. So honestly, this goes for Fortnite. Recognizing best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game update patches. I'm going to give it to No Man's Sky. This game represents the community support. We So many people talk bad about this game since release, and look at it now. I'm telling you, if you never seen No Man's Sky Redemption, this is the this is where you go look at it. If you never seen a redemption arc before, No Man's Sky lived through that. It's still popular till now. The way the game plays now is so much different from what it was from the beginning. I am currently playing it right now. I am enjoying this game. I thought this game was kind of booty when it first came out, and a few months in, I still thought it was booty. But now since updates keep supporting it, keep dropping updates, and they're still going. I think it's in like I don't know how many years it's been. I think it's like over 10 years. I want to say over a decade. I want to say over a decade, and this game is still going. So I most definitely want to say No Man's Sky, because it literally was at the bottom, and they came right at the top. So honestly, this whole category revolves around No Man's Sky. Best independent game for outstanding creative and technology achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. I never played any of these, so I'm just gonna skip them. Sorry. Same thing. I've never seen any of these games. I'm sorry, skip. Best mobile game. I don't play mobile games like that, so I'll give it a Pokemon trading card. I love Pokemon. I'm not a fan of these two games. I've seen a lot of good things about them, but I'll skip that before I say anything. Best VR and AR. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a Batman because I've always been a Batman fan and it looks sick. It's pretty cool. I'll give it to that. Best action game. Now here we go. Here we go. Best action game. For the best game in action genre focused primarily on combats. Oh, see. This is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets tricky. This is where I feel like this is gonna be like the most diverse of, like, very much, not just the game of the year, but this one in general. Because I feel like Black Myth Wukong is not going to win this, even though it's gonna be like I feel like it's gonna be Stellar Blade for sure, but I really want to say Black Myth Wukong is so much fun. I never played Stellar Blade like that, but gameplay wise, I feel like it's more visually pleasing than Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong is a boss rush, so you're typically trying to adapt every run, and you're just trying to do like the most cheapest or best strategy. Stellar Blade is all about looks and how clean you can make the fight look. So I'm probably gonna give it a Stellar Blade for sure. Best action adventure. Um, it's probably gonna be either Prince of Persia or Silent Hill 2. I never Star Wars Outlaws again flopped. Astrobot, I mean it depends. It probably would be on there, but it'll probably be better than Prince of Persia. I feel like Astrobot has grown more than Prince of Persia does. I feel like more people play Astrobot than Prince of Persia. Is that me? I feel like that. I feel like I'm being facts right now. I feel like I'm speaking facts right now. I feel like more people play Astrobot than Persona. I mean, than Prince of Persia. The Legend of Zelda. It's a Nintendo game. Nintendo boys, Nintendo girls, they love this. I never played this ever in my life, so I don't know. But I definitely want to say either it's gonna be Astrobot or Prince of Persia. For my take, I want to say Prince of Persia because it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It's great. It touches me when it comes to these type of action adventure games, especially for single player. It really does touch my heart. Best RPG. Now this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets very, very interesting. I'm genuinely more interested on where the votes are heading here, because this is stacked. Like, this is a stacked list. Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree, Final Fantasy, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor. This is a stacked list that I don't even know what to say. Because honestly, all these games are good. All of them. When it comes to RPG elements, they're all outstanding to me. But I'm gonna skip this vote. But I'm more interested in this vote. But I'm not going to vote. I want to see how RPG fans feel. I really want to see where it goes to. If I were to guess who's going to win, I want to say either Elden Ring or Metaphor. It's gonna be either of those two. I'm sorry. It's gonna be one of those two. I know people are gonna say like, "What about Final Fantasy?" I'm sorry. People loved Shadow of the Erd Tree. I'm probably gonna be wrong. Hey, I could be wrong. We'll see December. But I really am going to say I think it's either gonna be Shadow of the Erd Tree or Metaphor. One of those two. Final Fantasy might not live up to that. Best fighting game. Let me see this list. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. Grand Blue. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Grand Blue Fighting versus Rising. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. Metaverses. And Tekken 8. Alright, let me say this is a no-brainer. Tekken 8. Tekken 8 takes it. Tekken 8 literally takes it. And I'm gonna explain it very easily. The most accessible fighting game, the most played fighting game, the most stilled played fighting game, like the most played still fighting game. Like, this game has been out way before all these games. I think Metaverse came out first. I don't know which one. But either way, Tekken 8 has been here way longer than most of these games, and it's still the most played. If that doesn't give you the answer to what's the best fighting game, I don't know what does. Metaverses is a fun game, very small community. Next, Marvel vs. Capcom, same thing, great fighting game, better than Multiverses, way better. A whole lot of fun, but it has its own community. That's why it grew so much. It still had. I don't want to say small community. I'm sorry. I'll take that back. Marvel vs. Capcom has a big behind community. It's great. Shout out to Max Mealy, because he is one of those ones that brought up the Marvel vs. Capcom games back to life. I'm not gonna lie. He is one of those few that did it. So, Marvel vs. Capcom is a big deal, but I don't think it's going to win. Grand Blue, I'm not gonna lie. Grand Blue, that game is heat. That game is really, really, really cool. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Again, it's one of those games that just released, so it's kind of hard for it to like win any awards, especially for best fighting game. Like, the game has been out for at least, well, when the thing comes out, it's only been like 2 or 3 months. So I don't expect it to win over all of these games. I don't expect it to win. I don't. Best fighting game is definitely not worth. Sparking Zero is definitely not worthy of best fighting game of the year. It's definitely Tekken 8. Again, it's no doubt, no argument. It's Tekken 8. If anyone wants to argue with me, put it in the comments. Let me know why you think any other game here is better than Tekken 8 at best fighting game of the year. Please tell me. I really want to see this argument. I really do. I don't think anyone should, though. Best family game. I'm going to just say it out loud. Super Mario Party. Honestly, every Super Mario Party has always been fun to me. It's always a great time. I always love Super Mario Party. Love it. Best sim and strategy. I'm just gonna skip that. I'm not even gonna try it. Best sports and racing. Uh, FC 25. Best multiplayer. Now this is where it gets interesting. For outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massive multiplayer experiences, inseparable of game genre or platform, irrespective of game genre or platform. Huh. Ooh. Um. Mm, this is gonna be tough for me. Black Ops 6 is gonna have to get out of there because again, it's one of those games that just came out, so it's kind of hard for it to like be noticed immediately or win awards immediately when it comes to other games that have been out for the longest. So everyone has an exact opinion of how they feel instead of waiting over time to see if it changes. These games been out for a while, so everyone knows what opinion they have. So Black Ops 6 is out of there. Helldivers 2, it is pretty fun. It did die down a bit, but I've heard it's brought back up, but I don't know by how much so that people are still playing it. So I don't really know. Helldivers 2 was a pretty fun game, but I don't know if I couldn't stick to it. I couldn't do it. Tekken 8, it's a fighting game multiplayer. I mean, I don't know if it's the best multiplayer, but it's definitely best fighting game. Best multiplayer, that's a hit or miss for certain people. It's a hit or miss. I might give it a Warhammer. The co-op experience, I just love that. I love the grittiness. I love the story. I love the weapons, the impact. I love the customization of everyone. Everyone feels broken. I think that's what it is. I love how Warhammer just everyone feels broken in the game. All the characters look nice. Customization looks nice. Co-op game modes are fun as hell. The gameplay itself is fun. A lot more fun than Helldivers 2. A lot more addicting, I feel like, than Helldivers 2. So I'm probably going to give it a Warhammer. I'm not going to lie. Best adaptation. Now, this is interesting. Because I'm not going to lie, I've only really watched these two. This is hard. This is hard. If you're not a League of Legends type of guy, you would still probably love Arcane. But if you played Fallout, you absolutely would love Fallout. If you love Sonic, you wouldn't like Knuckles. If you like the Yakuza, you probably did like a Dragon Yakuza adaptation. If you like Lara Crofts, you probably didn't like Tomb Raider. If you did, hey, you got your own taste. But you for sure liked Arcane more than this. You for sure did. You like Fallout before you like this. So back to these two. If I'm gonna be honest, it might really be Arcane. It just really might be Arcane. It really devotes itself on making its own stories, but having to always go back to the originality of the games. Like you never if you never play League of Legends and you see these characters on the game, you're just like, how did they come to be? Watching Arcane literally it shows how it happens, how the world suffers from that consequence or anything along that matter, and it's so beautiful. I love this show. I absolutely love this show. Fallout does something similar a little bit, but Arcane tops it with creativity, design choices, music. It's literally going across the board. Like this show represents a really good adaptation. Like really good adaptation. So Arcane is definitely winning this. Most anticipated game. Oh man. Oh man. This is tough. I'm not even gonna lie. I really want these two. I really do want these two. I want to see more about this, but I feel like that's just me. Like at the moment, I feel like I really want to get into this, but once I do, I'll regret it. So I'm gonna stick with these two. Ghost of Tsushima was great. awesome, beautiful, massive. Ghost of Yayote is gonna do some numbers. But Grand Theft Auto 6 is literally going to blow up the internet. I'm not even gonna lie. Everyone is waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Your mama's waiting for it. Your granddad's waiting for it. Anyone who waited for GTA 5 to come out and still playing it to this day knows how much they're waiting for GTA 6. Some of y'all don't even think y'all gonna be alive before this game is gonna come out. I'm just saying. Some of y'all going crazy thinking about this. Everything else is coming out before GTA 6, and I understand. Go see y'all. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure most of these games gonna come out way before this. That's the thing. That's the funny part. Every other game on this list is probably gonna come out before GTA 6. That's how much they're betting on this game. They're literally going to wait for a long time, working their butt off, making sure no one leaks this game. If you leak it, you're getting down on the grave. Man, it's GTA 6. No doubts. Content creator of the year. This is one of those things that I only watch. I barely watch anyone. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I barely watch anyone here. But the one that I do watch, I guess, is Queso. So, Queso, hope you winning, buddy. Best esports games. None of these games. I'm not even gonna lie. None of these games. Best esports games. None of them. None of them. Next. Best esports. All right, I'll go back. Best esports game. Bro, why do I care? I don't care. Valorant, bro. I'll give it to Valorant. I don't care. Best esports athlete. Who would make me wet off of their gameplay? I'm trying to think. I'm feeling my man's right here. He got some confidence right now. I feel like he get me tight off of his gameplay. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to this guy. Best esports team. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh, well, that's it. Well, hope you guys did enjoy the video of something completely different. I've never really tried the Game of the Year. Game Awards is just around the corner once again. I'm pretty excited about the Game Awards. I've always loved the Game Awards. One day I probably will go to these things one day in the future. Hopefully I get to live stream. Hopefully I get to vlog it, get to show around a few things. But all in all, I will be live streaming it when it goes live on YouTube. So if you guys do not want to miss that, consider hitting that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you guys are new. Just said that. See you guys later. Just childish. Peace.